Today I'm going to show you the B workout in my new training program. It's a year-long program and I'm now a little more than 5 months into it. I posted the A workout not too long ago and have just added in a C workout with each workout complementing the other. Because I added in the C workout, I did change one exercise, but I'll show you that when we get to it in the workout. This week happens to be a bit of a deload week, so I'm only doing 2 sets per exercise. Next week I'll be adding in another set. Then in 3 weeks, I'll add one more in. This is what I call the bottom of the ladder for the rep ranges I use, which is 5 to 10 reps. In 9 weeks, we'll take a step up the ladder and move into the 10 to 15 rep range. As always, I'll head down to my desk and we'll go over this workout. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you've seen me do this warm-up exercise before. It goes by a lot of different names, but it's really just a mobilization movement that feels good for your lower back and gets it ready for exercise. It gives you a nice little dynamic stretch as well as engaging your entire core. I've always been a bit of a minimalist when it comes to warm-up sets, but the heavier you start to train and the closer your 1 rep max you're training to, you have to do more warm-up sets. So my first exercise up is Sumo front squats. Holding the weight up in front puts more of the load on the quads and takes a little bit off the glutes and lower back, but it does work the upper back more when it comes to stabilizing the body through the movement. Having your legs in a slightly wider position works the adductors more than with suitcase or back squats. Next up is incline bench. Again, just a light warm up to prep the joints and get in the groove of the movement. Everyone has a little different way to get the weights in a position. I've always used the momentum of my upper body as I sit in the position and a double leg kick to get the weights up. I like to do my reps with the weights away from my body in a little wider position at the bottom of the exercise, then push up and towards the middle of my chest. It gives you a nice stretch in that bottom position, getting that bit extra out of the muscle fibers as you go up. It's not super wide, but when you look at my first rep, when I'm just getting set up, you can see the difference. To work the hamstrings, I do Romanian deadlifts. This is a super effective exercise when done correctly. As you go down, your knees should bend a bit, moving your hips back with your back remaining straight throughout the movement. You go down until you feel a good stretch in the hamstrings, then come back up. As you go back into the standing position, focus on thrusting your hips forward. Don't think so much of the movement as lifting your back up, as it is about contracting those hamstrings and glutes as you drive forward. Upright rows have been a long-time staple of my workouts. I did a really good breakdown of these as to how they should be done in my Thor workout video. They are a great exercise to add width to your shoulders, really hitting the lateral delts and upper back. You see me logging my exercise results in my personal training app that I use with my clients. I have just added spider curls into this workout to better complement the bicep exercise that I've chosen to do in the C workout. This movement really develops that baseball bicep look, and it works best when you give your biceps that extra squeeze in the top position. It replaced 21s. I love this exercise. It isn't a heavyweight movement, it's all about time under tension, with the first 7 reps being in the bottom half of the movement, then the next 7 in the top half, with the final 7 being the full range of motion. This one gives a killer pump. If you haven't done it before, you should give it a try, especially if you're someone who loves the feeling of a massive arm pump. For the triceps, I'm doing decline tricep extensions. I've read of a couple studies that have shown the decline position activates more muscle fibers than lying tricep extensions. Now I'm doing this first set with a neutral position. I've found that as I start to lift heavier, this position causes me elbow pain, but if I simply turn my hands in a more prone position, it relieves the pain. I've always been a fan of planks, and a good way to advance them is to add 5 to 10 seconds to your time every few weeks, as opposed to trying to go to failure each time. Just use a gradual progression. After you can plank for 2 minutes, Then increase the challenge by raising an arm or a leg off the floor. I increase the number of sets I do of planks the same way that I do with all my other exercises, with 60 to 90 seconds rest in between. You can see my phone, I have the timer set up because I find it easier to hold a plank for the required time when I can look at the timer and see there's only a few more seconds left. So that is my current B workout. Give it a try and keep working out while having fun. This is Lawrence from Fit and 50. I'll talk to you again in the next one.